extermination. Secure the objective. Securing Zone A. Taking Bravo underway. Alpha secure. C secured. We're losing Alpha. Nice. We're pulling ahead. Losing B. Losing Bravo. Losing B. Securing C. Losing Bravo. Locking down Charlie. Losing B. Bravo lost. Taking C. Zone Charlie locked down. Losing A. Controlling Bravo.
Got one.
Front.
Sniper, get down.
We've lost Alpha. Losing Bravo. We've lost Charlie.
I'm on your side. Capping the
Securing
objective.
Alpha.
Stay sharp.
RCXD maneuvering.
Gotta save this objective.
Lock down A.
Contacts down.
Losing B. Establish watchdog helo on station above. Lost B.
Archangel making noise.
We're losing Alpha. Losing A. Taking Bravo underway. Securing Charlie. Taking B. Taking C. Controlling Bravo. Securing B. You've fallen behind.
Hostile shooter.
We're losing Alpha. Bravo is ours. We got the lead. Now hold it. Losing Bravo. Bravo lost. Taking Bravo underway. Come on, you're losing this fight. Taking B. Losing B. Losing A.
Look out, their sharpshooter.
Losing Bravo. We've taken control.
Sniper's toast. Let's move. Spring line going out.
Losing B. We lost B.
One of your spring lines has been destroyed. Standing by.
Scanning area with scout bolts.
This shit ain't working. We've lost the
Eyes on
advantage.
enemy.
Enemy sniper shooting. Tick.
We're losing Alpha. Locking down Charlie.
Enemies down.
Controlling Bravo.
You hand it out, you better be ready to take it.
Securing B. Bravo zone secure.
Hostile. 12 o'clock.
Losing Bravo. Losing B. Bravo lost.
Sniper, get down.
Losing A.
RCXD deployed.
Controlling Bravo.
Your RCXD has been destroyed.
Archangel going hot. Securing Zone A. Taking Bravo underway.
Scout posts online.
Taking B.
Hostile shooter.
Took out their sharpshooter.
If you're planning on giving up, do it now. If not, get to work.
Damn it. What the hell was that?
lot of money. Bitches take it from me.
Stream rep.
Hardpoint. MTC is live. Assume all contacts are hostile. Hardpoint locked down. Lead time.
Got a family to feed, got a family to feed.
You
They
fucking
depending
blind.
on me.
Got him over here.
Hostiles have captured the hardpoint. Hardpoint located.
Hostile long gun neutralized.
Hardpoint is secure.
Wow. That was bad aim.
Hardpoint active. Hostiles have the hardpoint. Hardpoint locked down. Hostiles have captured the hardpoint.
I would walk 500 miles and I will walk 500 miles.
Bye-bye. RCXD going out.
Enemies have destroyed your RCXD.
Hardpoint identified. Hardpoint is active. Hostiles have the hardpoint. Hardpoint is secure. Hostiles have captured the
Planting
hardpoint.
mine.
Hardpoint locked
Hey
down.
there, old friend.
Hostiles have the hardpoint. Hardpoint is secure. Nice. We're pulling ahead. Hostiles have captured the hardpoint.
Sniper's toast. Let's move.
Hardpoint located. Hardpoint locked down. Hardpoint active. Hostiles have the hardpoint.
No fucking way.
Hardpoint is secure.
What the fuck? How's this nigga behind us, bro?
Hardpoint identified. Hostiles have captured the hardpoint.
One by.
Hostile UAV established overhead. Hardpoint locked down. Hostiles have the hardpoint. Hardpoint is secure.
Enemy marksman down. Now's our chance.
Hardpoint located.
Shares rich and diverse history includes such legendary players as Henry.
Hardpoint active. Hardpoint locked down.
Frag set.
I just tasted yeah, and now she off of my leg. Do you wanna booty? Do you wanna party?
Bro.
Care package inbound. Enemy UAV inbound. Hostiles have captured the hardpoint. Hardpoint identified.
Fire an Archangel.
Hardpoint is active. Hostiles have the hardpoint. Hardpoint is secure.
Spring mine deployed.
Hostile RCXD in your AO. Hostiles have captured the hardpoint.
Bro, somebody's gotta be there. Like, what? It's fucking one shot.
Hardpoint located. Hardpoint locked down. Hardpoint active. Hardpoint is secure.
Manager's my middle fucking name.
Hostiles have the hardpoint. Hardpoint identified. Hardpoint locked down. Hardpoint is active.
Nice destruction.
Hardpoint is secure.
Southwest available.
Too easy.
Scanning area with scout pulse.
Hostiles have captured the hardpoint. Hardpoint located. Hardpoint locked down. Hardpoint active. Hostiles have the hardpoint. Hardpoint is secure.
Took out their sharpshooter.
Clock ticking, Black Ops. Close this shit down. Hostiles have captured the hardpoint. Hardpoint identified. Hardpoint set. Hardpoint locked down.
Hostile long gun neutralized.
Never wanted to get off a map so bad in my life that I'm dead ass just playing objective like I'm fucking optic scump. Bro, I have 94 seconds of fucking hardpoint time.
That's insane.
Just because I just want to get off this map so bad.
Bro, how many more fucking headshots do I
Hostiles have the hardpoint.
Here, bro. Why is there fucking the whole team back there?
Concussion grenade out.
Oh god, that 1 second.
Hostiles have captured the hardpoint.
Shits are so
Hardpoint is
ass.
secure. All mission objectives.
GG.
Way to make
Bro, look at that time.
100.
I just got an achievement for that.
Hostile marksman destroyed.
Wow, that was me.
Deploying assault back.
Just waiting on the traffic jam to finish, girl. The things that we can do in 20 minutes, girl. Say my name, say my name. Wear it out. It's getting hot, crack the window, air it out.
That's crazy.
All of us felt that way.
Hard point locked down.
Sniper's toast. Let's move.
Correct.
Grenade up.
Hostiles have captured the hard point.
Target deleted.
You do the
Hard
same for
point
me.
identified.
Shit.
Hard point is active. Hostiles have the hard point.
KIA.
Commence counter UAV operation. TACOM, get a UAV in the air. Hostile UAV established overhead. Hard point is secure. Hostiles have captured the hard point.
This one eye. What's your
Hard
fucking
point
excuse?
located.
Marksman smoked.
Hard point locked down.
Get away.
Hard point active. Hostiles have the hard point.
Body
Back.
drop.
Hard point is
Stop
secure. Hostiles have captured the hard point.
Haven't you heard? No one stays dead anymore.
Hard point locked down. Hard point identified. Hostiles have the hard point. Hard point is active. Hostiles have captured the hard point. Hard point is secure. Bayan requesting UAV tasking. Hostiles have the hard point.
Back and back.
Hard point locked down.
Sighted on target. Sniper's toast. Let's move.
Hostiles have captured the hard point. Hard point is secure. Hostiles have the hard point. Hard point located. Hard point locked down. Hostiles have captured the hard point. Hard point active. Hard point is secure. Hostiles have the hard point. Hard point locked down.
Crash drone.
Hostiles have captured the hard point.
Hostile sighted.
Hard point identified.
Hostile marksman removed.
Hard point is active. Hostiles have the hard point.
Hostile foot patrol.
Hardpoint is secure.
RCXD rolling out.
Watch where you're pointing that shit-ass hat.
Hostiles have captured the hard.
Scout available.
Check on. Get a UAV in the air.
Tossing concussion. Scout post active.
Hardpoint located. Hardpoint active. Hardpoint locked down. Hostiles have the hardpoint. Hardpoint is secure.
Hostile long gun neutralized.
Hostiles have captured the hardpoint.
Smoke.
Scout standing by.
Commence counter UAV operations. Bion requesting UAV sample. What the fuck's going on out there? Light up and show some spine. Hardpoint locked down. Hardpoint is down. Hardpoint is active.
Red down.
Hostiles have the hardpoint.
Grenade out.
Enemy UAV inbound. Bion requesting UAV tasking. Back on. Launch your UAV.
Confirming kill.
Hardpoint is secure. Hostiles have captured the hardpoint. Hardpoint locked down. Deploy care package.
Scout available.
Hardpoint located.
Laser ready for use.
Firing Archangel.
Hardpoint active. Hardpoint is secure. Enemy CUAV inbound.
Outpost online. Sniper's toast. Let's move.
Hostiles have the hardpoint. You fucking me? Activate catchback protocols. Get your ass back to base.
Four straight. Who's next?
location. Capture the objective. I'm taking this. Taking Bravo underway. Locked down. We're winning. Keep it that way. Zone C secure.
You are most welcome.
They're taking C. We lost C. We're losing all zones. Locking down Charlie.
If you have something to say, you best say it.
Charlie secured. Securing Zone A.
I'm on the objective.
Alpha secure. We're losing Charlie. We lost Charlie. Taking B.
Watch it! Sniper! Clear! Sniper is down.
Bravo is ours. We're losing Alpha. We lost A. Securing C.
Sniper's dead. You can come out now.
Losing Bravo. We control Zone 2.
Scout pulse, standing by.
Scout
All
pulse
objectives locked down. Hold the enemy back. Hostile UAV established overhead. We lost C. B secured. Losing A. Losing B. Enemy UAV inbound. We're losing Alpha. Taking Bravo underway.
Watch
Securing B.
it! Sniper! Got their long
Trials
gun.
also rising. Watchdog Helo Cass.
Controlling Bravo.
Pulse available.
Here we go. Scout pulse live.
Taking B.
Sniper is down. Capture underway.
Hostile UAV established overhead. Enemy UAV inbound. Taking Bravo underway. We've given up the lead.
Objective
Securing B.
capture underway.
Securing Charlie. Charlie secured. We're losing Charlie. Losing A. Controlling Bravo. We've claimed the advantage, now hold it.
I see movement.
Taking B.
Add the requesting Watchdog Helo on my grid.
They're taking C. We lost Charlie. Securing B. Hostile UAV established overhead.
Deploying Archangel.
We're losing Alpha. You're falling behind, Crimson. Taking B. Controlling Bravo. Bravo is ours. Losing Bravo. lost B. Taking Bravo underway. Losing A. Securing B. We're losing Alpha. Taking B. We locked down.
Enemies have disarmed your spring mine.
Losing B.
Operating our check B.
Losing A.
Sniper's dead. Come out now.
Losing Bravo. We're losing Alpha.
Sniper working. Clear. Sniper is down.
Losing A. We've taken the lead. Stay on task. Losing B. We're losing Alpha. Enemy UAV inbound. Taking C. Zone C secure. Securing Alpha. Lock down A. Controlling Bravo. We're losing Charlie. Locking down Charlie. Hostile UAV established overhead. Taking Bravo underway. Losing A. Bravo zone secure.
Drop them.
We're losing Alpha. Securing zone A.
House authorizing UAV mission.
Losing Bravo.
Eyes on.
Securing C. Zone Charlie locked down. Losing B. They're taking C.
Got their long gun.
Enemy UAV inbound. Losing Bravo.
That's a kill.
Taking
Knocking down the
Alpha.
area. Watch my back.
Losing B. Taking A. Daily authorizing UAV mission. All locations locked down. Dig in and hold them. Bravo lost. Losing A. Lost A. Controlling Bravo. We've given up the lead. We're losing Charlie. We're taking all zones. They're taking C. We lost C. Securing Charlie. We're losing Charlie.
Tossing frag. Watch it. Sniper.
We've lost Charlie. Hostile UAV established overhead.
Sniper's dead. Come out now.
You're falling behind, Crimson. Taking Alpha.
Initiating objective control.
Zone A secure.
TACOM, requesting recon overhead.
Losing Bravo.
Scout force, standing by.
Enemy UAV inbound. We're winning. Keep it that way. We're ahead, but stay alert. Marshall's people are no fools.
Catch me, eyes in the sky.
Losing B.
Target removed.
We lost B.
Scout
Locking
pulse
down Charlie.
activated.
We're losing Alpha. Taking Bravo underway. Securing Charlie. Losing A. Hostiles reclaim the lead. Taking B.
We missed our shot, and they made us pay. Not there longer. Clean kill.
So he gonna hang both of us up if I speed on that, son. They've been swinging, boy.
Hardpoint. Secure the objective.
Damn it! Check your sights!
I see you.
Hardpoint is secure.
Sniper's dead.
The lead is
Come
ours.
out now.
Don't frag me!
Hardpoint identified. Hardpoint active. Hostiles have the hardpoint. Hardpoint locked down.
Clear. Sniper is down.
Hostiles have captured the hardpoint. Hardpoint
Back off.
located.
Got their long
Hardpoint
gun.
is active. Hostiles have the hardpoint.
Mine set.
Enemy mine, front.
Clear. Sniper is down.
They've taken the lead.
TACOM, I need eyes overhead. TACOM, deploy counter UAV. Requesting care package deployed.
Hardpoint identified. Hostile UAV established
Got their long
overhead.
gun.
Hardpoint active.
Scout pulse live.
Hardpoint is secure.
Tossing flash. Trophy neutralized.
We've taken the lead. Stay on task. Hostiles have captured the hardpoint.
Hostile shooter. Clear. Sniper is down.
We've given up the lead. Hardpoint located. Hardpoint is active. Hostiles have the hardpoint.
Army spring mine.
Speed maneuvering.
Hardpoint locked down. Hostiles have captured the hardpoint. Hardpoint identified. Hardpoint active. Hardpoint is secure. Enemy UAV inbound.
Sharpshooter threat removed. One is down.
Hostiles have the hardpoint. Hardpoint located. Hardpoint locked down. Hardpoint is active. Hostiles have captured the hardpoint. Watchdog Helo incoming on your location.
Watchdog Helo engaged.
Hardpoint identified.
Neutralize enemy Helo.
Hardpoint active. Hardpoint is secure. Hostiles have the hardpoint. Hardpoint locked down. Hostiles have captured the hardpoint. Hostile UAV established overhead. Hardpoint located. Enemy UAV inbound. Hardpoint is active. Hostiles have the hardpoint. Hostiles have captured the hardpoint. Hardpoint identified. Hardpoint active. Hardpoint locked down.
Friendly target. Enemies have disarmed one of your spring mines.
Hostiles have the hardpoint.
They shoot you.
Hardpoint is secure. Hardpoint located. Hardpoint is active. Hardpoint locked down.
Target down.
Enemy resupply disrupted.
Deploying RCXD.
Hostile UAV established overhead. MTC's near deployed. Get serious. Hardpoint identified. Hardpoint is secure. Claim the advantage. Now hold it. Hostiles have captured the hard point. They've taken the lead.
One of your spring mines has been destroyed.
Enemy UAV inbound. Hardpoint located. Hostile UAV established overhead. Hardpoint is active. Hardpoint locked down.
Get a UAV on grid.
Hostiles have the hardpoint.
Get counter UAV in the air.
Hardpoint is secure. Hostiles have captured the hardpoint. Hardpoint locked down. Hostiles have the hardpoint. Hardpoint identified. Don't reward failure. Work out what went wrong and fix it.
This is Gray. We have wounded. Get us a ride yesterday.
of Slovenia. I can't even pronounce it. Ljubljana or something. I've never been there before. Slovenia, where even is it? Like, I can barely find it on a map. I know roughly where it is.
If you want a guaranteed way to get in touch with me, maybe you have a business idea, maybe you want some fashion tips, maybe you just want to connect, you could find me on Minect.
This is what I was saying earlier on about how complicated masculinity is, but I broke it down to those 3 basic tenets because even a teenage boy can understand if you get enough money and enough power and enough powerful friends and enough sexual access that you're going to be able to build yourself to a man of... I can cry now. I've qualified to cry. When you're an 18-year-old boy, you shouldn't be crying. You should be focused and you should be an animal and you should be training, you should be working hard, and you should be listening, you should be going to coaching. I'm now at a level where I'm allowed to cry. I understand all the different elements of being a man. I understand the tapestry of masculinity fully. I can cry if I decide to. I've qualified for that. But before you get to that point, you have to go through all the hard shit. And the hard shit I've broken down to the 3 basics. And I think that's why they're coming to attack me so heavily. Because genuinely, because of what you just said. I'm telling kids things, and especially people often ask me, especially Matrix Media, they say, why did you get so big? Because I'm telling the truth. I'm telling the truth, which every man knows is intrinsically true in his heart, because God has instilled him with a basic degree of morality of right and wrong. I'm saying things to a 17-year-old boy, and he's going, he makes sense. I get it. Everything I was told so far just didn't quite click, but this does. And that's what they're so scared of. And I agree with you. You're completely right. And this goes back to, once again, we were saying about last names, family values. The number of times I was told I couldn't do something because of my last name, I think that was my whole childhood. My whole childhood was, well, you're a Tate. Dad, I got an A. Of course, you're a Tate. It wasn't even, it was just like, duh. Of course you got an A. What else are you going to get, a B? What, you a dummy? That's who I was my whole life. I had standards exacted on me. And I've even heard like psychologists, I have a big problem with psychologists. I don't like them as a whole. I'll tell you some of my scenarios. I've had conversations with psychologists. There's a couple good ones, but there's a lot of them who I don't like. And their ideas, oh, you raise children, don't put standards on, don't put pressure on them. How are they going to perform without pressure? Do you have pressure to perform in your business? Because I certainly do. I certainly do.
Pressure makes diamonds.
You think I didn't have pressure to perform when I sat down with the BBC and they tried to set me up? You think I didn't realize instantly? Okay, war. She's ready. You think there's no pressure? You think there's no pressure when they try to stab me to death? There's no pressure in life. You're gonna raise a child if they don't give him no pressure, give him no standards, so he can just be a kid. And what's he gonna mold into? Absolutely not, really not. Life is pressure, especially as a man. You need to have these exacting standards. That's how it is. My whole life was a pressure to perform to my last name. That's all it's ever been. I don't know how anyone's raised the other way. So yeah, it's crazy. It's a very difficult problem to fix. I agree with you. It's a very difficult problem to fix. But I think it starts with baseline things. And this is also why I feel like I have such a duty to act. I'll give you an example. If I could lie right now for $10 million and nobody would find out, nobody, I still couldn't do it. Because God, I really truly believe that I would pay the price for that lie. I truly believe it. I think if you're a man and you're growing up and you're saying, how do I act? What do I do in this scenario? What would God want you to do? Tell the truth. You'd be amazed how far just telling the truth will get you. In any situation, I can give you benign situations. Your girlfriend called. Oh, and no, and I barely know her. Just say, yes, sorry, I love you, I'd love to stay together. Well, you did this, sorry. I'm leaving. Okay, goodbye.
Losing B.
Next question. You just tell the truth. You could have gone on for weeks. She could have kept spying. She could have called the girl. All this drama. Just sometimes in life, you just man up and tell the truth. That's why in my current scenario, and I was saying earlier,
that's the only way you're free, by the way.
Yeah, completely.
It shall set you free.
It shall set you free. When I was saying earlier, the incompetence of my enemies is scaring me, and I don't know exactly what to do. All I can do is just tell the truth all the time. I'm going to tell the truth all the time. I'm going to say what I mean and mean what I say, and I'm going to tell the truth, and that's who I'm going to be. That's what I think is the best thing for me to do in the current scenario. But we're not even instilling that in children anymore. We're not even telling children how important it is to not lie.
Well, but that's also part of what you're talking about. I want to show you the stat because the guy sent it to me. And then we'll put this for the audience to see as well. Percentage of gun ownership from 1972 till today. Same thing.
Exactly the same.
If you look at the numbers, pretty much the same thing. So what's been the biggest difference is a lot of these things that we just talked about. By the way, that question you asked from 1950 till today, the candidate that's talking about this, again, I went back to politics, RFK is talking about this. And I think it's a very important thing to talk about because it's making people go research for themselves and to ask the question, What really did change? We've had this all the time. What became legal? Why are we adding all these pharmaceuticals to, you know, kiss the tape? What else would it be outside of that? So that was the foundation, which I agree with you. Household values, principles, kids, men, raising them better. What else would you see as a challenge from an outside? And then I got part two of the question for you.
Yeah, it's
anything else where you say, you know, XYZ would also, by the way, I love the way you say Nissan and status. I just love the way you pronounce those two words, man. For a second you said Nissan, I'm like, what is Nissan? And then I realized what you're talking about.
Well, I remember when I was young, other people's parents would tell me off. Do you remember that? Did you ever get that when you were young? Other people's parents would come up and like, you better not. Random adults would just tell me off. I was scared of every grown-up. Every grown-up had a degree of authority. Just random adults. We can't do that anymore. There was just a degree of community that's certainly not really lost. And asking me how to bring it back is difficult. It's very hard. And that's one of the reasons why I've become so religious recently, because I think that God is definitely part of that. And that's also the reason I want to live in the clan I live in. That's why it is. My brother can tell my kids no problem. If I came home and Tristan's like, I had to scream it all, I'll be like, good. I trust him in his judgment. Good. Scream at him then. Good for children. Also, sometimes, you know what? Kids need to be yelled at sometimes. Why not yell at them? What are they going to do? So, life's hard. Life's hard. The way we pander and baby children, especially, is insane. I was talking about this the other day. I was talking about how I have a pet peeve, and one of my pet peeves is painkillers. And I was being typical me, and I was going over the top. But I was saying, I was arguing, I was discussing with this guy. This guy said he got any aspirin. I said, there's no aspirin in my house. And he said, why? I said, brother, you are not facing 1% of the life difficulties I am facing. Think about it. No government's trying to lock you up. The Matrix isn't after you. They're not trying to frame you. Nobody wants you dead. When God finally gives you a tiny headache, to give you something to show you're half a man, a little bit of resilience, you pussy out and take an aspirin. Can't you just have a headache? Just have a headache. And not only just have a headache and don't mention it. Because I don't care. Don't even talk about it. Nobody needs to know. Just have a headache and be quiet.
I have a headache, Twitter.
Yeah. What do you want? Do you want therapy? Do you want sympathy? Nobody cares you have a headache. Shut up. It kind of goes back to my original conversation when I was saying I don't like psychotherapists and all their garbage, because they're constantly, I don't believe in, I've had conversations with therapists a few times, and my biggest contraction is that they say, you need to talk to a therapist. The last conversation I had with a therapist didn't go well. I said I didn't believe in most field and that was garbage. And she said, because there are some boys who don't drink alcohol because their dad was an alcoholic, and there are some boys who are alcoholics because their dad was an alcoholic. You have the same scenario and different outcomes. So, I don't believe it. And she said, well, no, it's not an exact science, but we have generalized rules that we can follow that lead to patterns of behavior. I said, but I'm not a generalized person. I'm an exceptional person. So everything you've spoken to, everything in the books does not apply to me, because I'm exceptional and I'm smarter than you and I've done things you could never do, and I'm a world champion athlete and I'm richer than you'll ever be. So nothing you know can possibly apply to my mindset. So why are we sitting here talking?
What was the reaction?
She just wrote things down on a piece of paper. Probably called me an arrogant piece of shit. Or he said, don't like this guy.
Complete narcissist, egomaniac, who knows what's going on
But I'm right. Yeah. There's nothing you've learned in your book that applies to people. It doesn't apply to me. It doesn't apply to me. So I don't want to hear it. Don't care. Don't care. And this whole idea, this goes back to the thing about painkillers. That's something I didn't just make up. That's from my dad. I remember being at my friend's house, and I remember him saying I need an aspirin, and he had an aspirin. I remember just being a child and coming home and saying I want an aspirin. I remember my dad going, for what? You're a kid. Shut up. No, you're not popping pills. And I remember my mother going, it's only an aspirin. No. Well, nothing wrong with you. Your body is going to go through the same damage it's suffering, if any at all, whether you feel the pain or not. Man up, get over it. It comes down to the details. It's like if you're a professional fighter and you get to a certain level, your coach, once you've been training for 10 years, your coach is honing you on the details. It's the tiniest details that make you a predator. The tiny things. Mayweather does 1% better than the guy he beats. It's the tiny details. So simple things like denying a child a painkiller when you know there's nothing wrong with them. I'm not saying if you have surgery you can't have painkillers. I'm saying if he walks in, there's nothing actually wrong with the kid. Say no. It's all the tiny little things you need to do to instill pain, you need to instill that resilience. I was in jail and I could just hear crying and sobbing from every cell but mine. Everyone's in there having a mental breakdown but me. And the scariest thing about my position, and I think it's the position for most people who end up in jail in Romania, because of how the legal system works and the extensions, and you don't know how long you're in there for. You don't know. It could be a year, could be 5, could be 3 days. That's what messes with your brain. You're like, do I prepare for 6 months of this? Do I prepare for 5 years of this? What's going on? Nobody knows. Everyone's in there having mental breakdowns but me. Why did I not have a mental breakdown? Because I've had too much crap happen to me too many times and never took the painkiller, never took the easy way out, never asked for the therapist, never been a bitch about it. This is how life works. There's no way to the top besides the difficulty and the pain and the trauma. I'm really flabbergasted that there's men out here who still believe that this somehow becomes something of importance without it. Of course she broke your heart. Good. I'm tired of people complaining and crying about it. That's the game. That's the life. So yeah, it comes down to tiny things. Even down to painkillers, smallest things. My dad used to, another thing my dad used to make me do. He used to make me drink water. I remember being a kid and it would upset me. I'd be sitting in there, playing chess, whatever, and say, go drink 2 liters of water. And I'd go and I'd get some water and I'd start drinking. I'd say, I'm not thirsty, I don't want to drink the rest. And he'd stand there and make me drink all 2 liters. Now I understand it was just compliance. 2 liters of water is not going to hurt me. It's not going to hurt me. Do I really need it? Who knows? I drank a liter. Why do I have to drink all 2? Because he said it. That was the household. If I tried to rebel, I really don't want it, I'm not thirsty, good. You're going to drink that water. That's it. And it's all these tiny things that instill discipline in you. Over a long enough time frame, drink water. Yes, sir.
Bring that to compliance today, though. Bring that to compliance today. Say your dad is around today, and you're 12 years old, and you're living in Ohio, okay? And your dad is teaching you compliance. And your dad says, okay, so now the teacher in school tells you what to do. He's right, he's this, he's that. What is the angle you're taking at that time?
Yeah, and that's another thing that's difficult, because back then it was much easier to say you shouldn't get in trouble at school.
Right.
Much easier.
Today it's kind of like a badge of honor almost.
Almost.
You stand up.
Almost. And it is hard. But my loyalty was always to my last name above anything else. And it just depends where your loyalty lies. I think that everyone, when we talk about, we can link back into religion and talk about atheists. I don't think there is such thing as an atheist nowadays. I think everyone has a religion. If you're not religious to God, you're religious to either this woke agenda, or you're religious to a political party, or you're religious to some kind of perversion. Everyone's religious to something. You have to decide what is you're most loyal to above everything. You have to put these things in hierarchy or order. In our last talk, I said this. A lot of people hold beliefs and they don't know where they got them from or why they hold them. There's people walking around who believe things and they don't know where it came from or why they so strongly believe it. They don't even have any personal experience to link it to. You truly believe 2 + 2 is 5. Why? Oh, because it just is. And the news. No. What happened to you that made you believe? Nothing's even happened to you. And you believe this with your complete core. You've been psyoped. I know where my loyalties lie. I've had them in order. I know who I put above others. I absolutely not only know. And sometimes in the most harsh situations on earth, there's going to be scenarios in life which are completely and utterly, they're unexpected and they're exceptionally rare. We have to make very difficult choices. But I know my hierarchy. I know if I was in a position, a hypothetical, where I had to choose between my brother or my girl, there wouldn't be a, oops, what do I do? I know the choice.
It's never been the case between the two of you?
It's never been the case yet, but if it happened, I know it would be. I've had girls say, I've had girls try and give me the line. I've had girls do it. I've had girls say, you're living with your brother, then it's going to be.
No, that's not what I'm asking. What I'm asking is, has a girl ever come in between you guys since you were kids? Never.
It's impossible.
That's because of the value taught down.
Completely. It's absolutely impossible.
So the hierarchy of compliance and respect, at that time, last name was first. Where would it be today? If you're raising kids today, what is number one? Is it God?
It is God.
Is it me second? Then who?
No, it is God. It's God first, and then it's the last name and the legacy of my teachings. I think it has to be God first. I think it has to be God first because God is the only thing that can resist this insanity. What is happening is truly evil. This is not some different worldview. No, it is evil because it is dishonest. Anything that is dishonest must be evil. It is a lie. All of it is a lie. It is constructed deliberately to be a lie. It's deliberately constructed to alter the minds of people to believe in lies. It is evil. So it has to be God first because God is truth. And I believe if I have children who put God first and then put respect for the last name and the things I've taught them second, it's very hard to corrupt them. How are you going to truly corrupt these people? It's going to be very difficult. And that's what I always try and do. And that's how I was raised. I was raised in a Christian family. I was actually raised religiously. Then I thought I was smart when I became atheistic. Because, yeah, there's a lot wrong with the world. And obviously, I've already apologized for that and understand I was completely wrong. But respect for my last name, even to this day, is still there. And that's why I say to my girlfriend, if we were walking down the street and 10 men approached with machetes, I'd just have to die. I can't be Andrew Tate ran away. I just can't. I can't be Andrew Tate ran away. I can't do it. That's the bottom line.
If you're living in this clan, right? You're living here, your family, Tristan's family, you're raising your family, Muslim, Islam. Your brother's still Christian. How's that gonna work?
Well, there's one God.
God's first.
There's one God. I truly believe there's different paths to God. I truly believe that. Like I said, I'm not a religious scholar, but it says in the Quran, people of the book. Even a Muslim man, I'm allowed to marry a Christian woman. They are of the book. It's only atheists that the Quran has a problem with, because there's something morally corrupt with them. But if you're a person of the book, a person of faith, we're not even says inside the Quran we're not supposed to convert or insult. We're not here to insult you or correct. There's one path. There's different paths to the one God. And also another thing I'll say about clan living, in my experience, I think that men quite often get along in those scenarios. If anyone is hearing the idea of this and love the idea of this, but they feel like it can be argumentative or there be problems, I think that one can be. I think it's when women don't like each other, or the woman's in the man's ear. You're too good with the guys. But I think the women are more against the men for some reason. Unless you have a very strong frame in the relationship. I don't have that problem, but in general, the men get along. The men love it. I think it's quite firm and quite rigidly installed inside of the basic psyche of men. We like that. Men feel best in it. It's why we charge at the gunfire. When we're with our boys, it's when we feel strongest. It's why we go out and drink and party with your guys. There's something inside of you that you feel on fire. I think men have that. A lot of the time it doesn't seem to work and it breaks down because women can be unhappy in certain scenarios. But this is why, especially in some ethnic communities where the gender roles are more specific and defined, where man is in charge, they can live all together in peace. It's much easier for them. Like I said, I grew up in a town full of Muslims. They'd have 10 families in one house. Women cooked, cleaned, looked after the children, looked after the man. The men all worked, made a bunch of money, a bunch of average-ass jobs, and they were all millionaires in 5 to 6 years. Minect is an application which allows you to take a minute to connect with influencers from all around the world. My name is Andrew Tate, and I'm available to speak directly to you on Minect.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click right here.
Secure an alpha.
Mark Cuban's response to Elon Musk, and I want to go right to him because you had Mark Cuban on your podcast about a month ago, and it was a very, very good conversation the two of you guys had. Back and forth. I thought it was one of those shows that everybody needs to watch, but this is Elon Musk. But Rob, if you go to his account, good luck finding it. This guy tweets 50 times a minute. So you're gonna need to
it's almost like he owns the thing.
Yeah, it's almost like he owns the thing. So what date is that, Rob? It's hours. You're
7 hours.
Okay, do me a favor. Why don't you do it this way, Rob? Go to my Twitter account, Rob, if you could. Go to my Twitter account, okay? If you go there, you will see the go one more. Please go one more. Go one more. Right there, okay? Click on his first, then click on Elon's. There you go.
Nice.
Okay. So
I saw this one. Yep.
Very few Americans realize that if Trump is not elected, this will be the last election. Far from being a threat to democracy, he is the only way to save it. Let me explain it. If even 1 in 20 illegals become citizens per year, something that the Democrats are expediting as fast as humanly possible, that would be 2 million new legal voters in 4 years. The voting margin in the swing states is often less than 20,000 votes. That means if the Democratic Party succeeds, there will be no more swing states. Moreover, the Biden-Harris administration has been flying asylum seekers who are fast-tracked on citizenship directly into swing states like Pennsylvania, Ohio, Wisconsin, and Arizona. It is a sure way to win every election. America then becomes a one-party state and democracy is over. The only elections will be Democratic Party primaries. This already happened in California many years ago following the 1986 amnesty. The only thing holding California back from extreme socialism and suffocating government policies is that people can leave California and still remain in America. Once the whole country is controlled by one party, there will be no escape. Everywhere in America will be like the nightmare that is downtown San Francisco. Then Cuban responds, if you want to go back one, there you go, Rob. He responds back and says, Elon, there will come a time when you need something from Trump. You will think you will have earned the right to ask and receive. You have been a loyal, faithful soldier to him. You have supported him politically with tens of millions of dollars. then at the point you need him the most, you will find out what so many before you have learned. His loyalty is only to himself. So, when you see that, I give my response. I said, in other words, Kamala owes you many favors. 2, you trust that Kamala Harris will 100% deliver on her favors she owes you. 3, you were expecting a job from Trump in 2016 and didn't get it. Or 4, you're assuming Elon is wireless. What is your thoughts, Vivek, when you see this interaction?
So look, I actually love authentic, no holds barred, take off the filter interactions. And I think the beauty of X, right, which Elon bought, is that you can have these exchanges out in the open. So I give Mark Cuban, he can take some criticism for it, but he's got the guts to say what he wants. Elon's like so many other business people who are too afraid in corporate America of being canceled for their views. You know what he told the advertisers to go screw themselves, F off, basically, is what he told them. And so I think it's just great when we have more of these gloves off, straight up pummeling conversations. Now, I'll tell you this is about Elon is both of those things that those two guys said can be true, right? Where Mark Cuban says, oh, you're not going to get something from Donald Trump for it, which may reveal that that's not actually Elon's motivation. Elon's motivation is that he cares about the future of the country. And so there's two different visions of American politics. One is where you're dealing with politicians as puppets, pieces on the chessboard. And you got the people who are wielding those interests, moving them on that chessboard. That's one vision. And that exists. And that is a real sad, dark reality of how a lot of American politics works. And then there's the separate version, which is the idealistic version, which is to say that I have certain shared ideas. And Elon and Donald Trump don't agree on everything. Donald Trump and I don't agree on everything. You know, I think that part of the coalition that President Trump has built this time around especially is it's a group of people who don't agree on 100% of every last issue, but still agree on the basic principles of how the country is supposed to work. Free speech and open debate. Meritocracy. The best person ought to get the job, not based on their race or their skin color. You actually have to have self-governance. It shouldn't be bureaucrats running the country, but elected representatives. The rule of law, that's a big one. And that relates to this whole issue related to the immigration crisis. Elections we can trust and believe in. Those are basic rules of the road. And we're united around that. Great, I'm not expecting anything in return. I just want to see that happen for the country. I think that's where Elon's coming from here. And so is there an element of truth to what Mark Cuban says about generally how American politics works? Absolutely, the idea that there are people who is that the relationship that Elon says he has or even appears to have with Donald Trump? Absolutely not. It's a group of shared allies, and I consider myself in this boat as well, who I don't want anything for myself in response. I don't care about what that means for me individually. It's not what I get, but it's about what do we all give to advance the ball forward for our country. And that's my sense of where Elon's coming from as well.
Tom, your thoughts?
I think there's some very obvious things that Mark Cuban was protecting. I mean, Mark Cuban has entered the pharmaceutical industry with fanfare. I believe there's some nobility to what the company's trying to do, but also he needs a lot of assistance. He's made a comment about wanting to be head of the SEC, and he also went head-to-head with the SEC, and they went after him, and he had a famous quote that was, you have to be very careful of a government investigator once you're skin on the wall, because they're probably going to get it. And so there's kind of something that's come full circle there. But I think I appreciate what you said, because I don't believe that both men, Elon and Cuban, are on the same wavelength. I do believe Elon is very, very concerned and very serious and accurate without spin about the country and about the future of elections. I think that's true. And I also think that Cuban is a little self-interested right now and seems to have kind of put on the jersey all the way. And I think there's stuff that he wants. I think he's serious about the SEC. And I also think he's serious about the assistance he wants for his pharmaceutical company. I think that there's nothing in Cuban that cares about the country? No. I don't think he's completely over the wall. Adam.
Well, I think it's most ironic to see who's in Trump's corner these days.
We're being very political right now, so this is like very safe talk so far. So
oh, well, maybe I'll be a little controversial then. Can we pull up that quote again? Elon's spot on with what's going on with the border. I mean, I think that whatever's happened with the border sort of disqualifies the never was the border czar, Kamala Harris, from actually protecting the border. But part of this, let me explain forever, the 8 of 20 illegals become citizens because there's something that Democratic are expediting seemingly possible. That would be 2 million new legal voters in 4 years. There's been talk of this for a while. You know, the one thing that Cuban gets true is Trump does demand loyalty. I mean, I don't know if he, asked for your hand in loyalty or anything like that, but that is sort of something that you hear about Trump, is that there's a one-way street to loyalty. We've heard it. We've heard people talk about this. How many people have come through the Trump administration that said, I cannot support this guy? Generals. The list goes on and on and on. But if it's a binary choice, which it is at this point, I mean, Kamala has disqualified herself, in my opinion, but it doesn't mean that Trump is perfect. So
let me say this, because this comes up a lot with Donald Trump. People use it mostly as like a negative to say that he wants to. Let me frame this in a different way, which I think is closer to the mark. I think if you're an executive, right, and Patrick Woods brings it back to the business side, you have a mission at a company. You want people who work at the company who are aligned with that mission. That doesn't mean that you're a bad person if you're not. Let's say your mission is, I don't know, making water bottles. Maybe think about a different example. Maybe your mission is you have a steakhouse, okay, and you want to serve excellent steak. You want people who are aligned with that mission, not somebody who's opposed to the existence of a steakhouse. That doesn't mean that person doesn't have the right to have that opinion. It just means they shouldn't be working at your company. Well, the same thing I would say of running the U.S. government. You have a vision for the country. You have a way you want to run the show. You want to thin out, let's say, bureaucracy. You want to limit the number of federal regulations that are being passed by bureaucrats. You don't want people who are working for you who believe in a different vision for the country. That doesn't mean they're bad people. That doesn't mean that they don't enjoy the same rights as every other American. But who on earth would say that I'm running as an executive in an entire set of departments, but I have people who are unaligned with the mission that I'm on? So there's a difference between loyalty in the sense of like, okay, you have to sign. No, I did not when I endorsed Donald Trump. I was not asked to sort of do a blood oath. Okay, there's no blood oath. All right, we did not cut our arms and bleed together. No, that's not that kind of loyalty. Are you aligned with the same mission? That doesn't mean you can have some disagreements. Of course, I said earlier, we don't agree on 100% of issues. Elon and Donald and you have a bunch of other people and Trump who are supporting Trump don't agree with him on every other issue, on every individual issue. But are you aligned on the basic mission? I do think you got to be loyal to the overall mission of making America great, of reviving our constitutional principles. And I think that that's, again, like so many things with the media, been perverted to mean something very different, as though it's some type of personal thing.
Yeah, I mean, you earned that, right? And what's the earning? Moral authority. Delivering on your promises. If you're doing the example, then the expectation for loyalty goes higher. This is in sports. Tom Brady. The other day, clip came out, which I freaking loved. I don't know if you saw this exchange with Baker Mayfield and Tom Brady.
I did not. No.
Okay, so check this out. So Baker Mayfield, if you have that, type in Baker Mayfield and Brady. That clip is everywhere. I would like to see Baker and Brady, if there's a video that shows both of them. It's not in there. Well, I'll just tell you what he said. So Baker says, look, I mean, when, Brady was here at the Tampa, it was very stressful, because, guys were all on the edge. They wanted me to, this is the one. Go ahead and play this, Rob. This is the entire clip. So watch this.
Here said, quote, they wanted me to come in, be myself, bring the joy back. Make as much fun. It's funny because you've made this environment for me very stressful up here in the booth. So I understand where he's coming from.
Do you feel it?
No.
Feel the stress? No. Well, I was going to say, I thought stressful was not having Super Bowl rings. So there was a mindset of a champion that I took to work every day.
Watch what he says. If I want to have fun.
This wasn't daycare. If I wanted to have fun, I was going to go to Disneyland with my kids.
You can pause it right there. Now, listen, Baker's having a good start, but there's a difference between somebody who is on, he's on working his ass up.
Man, it's game over, man. It's game over.
More carrots. Don't tear it. More carrots. Where's Garrett? Vegetables. Vegetables. Here I come from the west side. The left side. The right brain drives me insane. Don't lie, don't lie, don't lie to me. Don't fry, don't fry, don't fry your brain. More carrots. Don't tear it. More carrots. Where's Garrett? Vegetables. Vegetables. Here I come from the west side. The left side. The right brain drives me